Children, let me continue. Already in the previous class I took till tissues. Now we have to go for organs. Organs are the parts I said, cells, tissues. Then what's the third stage of the thing? Organs. What are the organs present in our body using? Stomach. The diagrams are given the liver, lungs, brain, heart, pancreas, spleen, kidneys, eye. These are the organs present in our body. So, the organs, it does not made by only one kind of tissue. It is made up of many kind of tissue. What are the tissues you have seen? Epithelial, muscular, connective and nervous tissue. For example, intestine. Intestine, that is the digestive part. It is smaller intestine and larger intestine. The intestines are made up of epithelial tissue. So, let us rub the board. We will see organs. Now we have to go. Then we have seen what is cells, what is tissue, which is the smallest cell and largest cell. And we have to go for organ system. Organs. For example, what I said, intestines. What is intestine? It is the thing present in the digestive system. So, this is made up of, I said already, it is made up of different kinds of tissue. Intestine is made up of inside, that is lined, epithelial tissue. Epithelial tissue, that is outside lining. For example, intestines like this. Suppose this is like that. Here, smaller intestine. This is larger intestine. Okay, yeah. This outside thing, that is known as what? Lining. The lining is made up of epithelial tissue. This is covered by the layers of muscle tissue. And after that, here, this is covered by the layer of, this is epithelial tissue. Means this is outside is covered by, this is epithelial, this is muscular tissue. So I said all our internal parts are made up of different kinds of tissue. Even for example, in the intestine, we can see epithelial tissue and muscular tissue. Okay, now we have to see the sense organs. What are the sense organs? Eyes, nose, skin, tongue. Now we go for sense organs. In this mainly we have to see eyes. The 5 sense organs, the important one is eye. Sense organ, we have to go for eye. Eye, because this helps us to see the things. So it is known as photoreceptor. Eye is otherwise known as photo. Receptor means what? Getting. Eye is known as photoreceptor. Okay. So it is composed of, what are the tissues? Eye, muscular tissue, then connective tissue. I said already connective tissue. They are connected all the parts together. Connective tissue and nerve tissue. Nerve tissue is known as neural. That is, the messages are carried through the nerve tissue. Clear? So, sense organ, that is eye is known as photoreceptor, muscular tissue, connective tissue and nerve tissue. It is made up of 3. So, mainly what are the functions of the eye? It is mainly responsible for vision and differentiation of colors. So, what are the function of the thing? Vision and differentiation of colors. For example, vision to see. Differentiation of colors, whatever the colors you see, you can see whether it is red, blue, green. This is because of the parts present in the retina. And because of the retina, we can identify the colors what it is. the function of the, it is a, otherwise the eye is compared to camera, because eye also helpful for vision, camera also helpful with the light of the thing it can, so helpful for the vision. Eye, the light enters into the cornea and makes us the object to be visible. The cornea மூலமா light உள்ள enter ஆகி நமக்கு parts visible காட்டுது. The same like camera also. And what are the functions they are doing together? Gathering, focusing and transmitting. First all the rays gather together, it focuses on one particular point and it gives transmit. Transmit means what? Transfer the thing. So all the functions, the eye function as well as camera function are together. So eye is compared to camera. Why it is compared means because of gathering, focusing and transmitting. And the light enters through the lens in camera as well as in the eye also. Okay, we'll go for the external structure of the eye. What are the parts present in the eye? We have to see external structure, external and internal. External means what? Outside. External structure of the eye. What are the parts present in that? Sclera, SCLERE. Sclera, conjugativa, conjunctiva, and the third one is cornea. I'll write you. Iris. The last one is pupil. Externally means just to look at the eyes of us or else others, we can see only these 5 parts only. Sclera, conjugativa, cornea, iris and pupil. And we'll see what are the parts it think. Sclera is known as white part of the eye. In our eye, white part is there, no. That white part only known as sclera. And conjunctiva, that is, it is a thin transparent membrane that spread across the sclera. Across the sclera means what? Throughout the sclera, that white part, மேல அப்படி ஃபுல்லாக ஸ்க்ளீராவில் ஸ்ப்ரெட் ஆகிருக்கிறது conjunctiva, that is connecting tissue. Next one is cornea. It is a transparent layer of the membrane where the light is refracted. Here cornea, light is refracted. Light enters into our lens and it is refracted. And iris, it is the part, it is a pigmented layer which gives the color to us. We can identify the colors. I say no, this is because of iris. And the pupil, it is a small opening located in the middle of the iris. It allows the light to come in. This is important point. It permits the light to come. Okay. What are the external parts of the eye? Sclera, conjunctiva, cornea, iris, pupil. Sclera, it is a white part of the layer. That is, நம்ம கண்ணில் பார்க்கும்போது white part இருக்கு பாருங்க. That is sclera. Conjunctiva, it is the connected part. All the external parts are connected by a small membrane, that is conjunctiva. Cornea, it is through the light enters and light reflected through the lens. So where it is refracted, in the place of cornea only. Iris, it is a pigmented layer of the eye which gives the color to the, which identifies the color. And pupil, it is the small hole through that light enters. It allows the light to pass through. So is it clear, children? We have seen the external structure. Now we have to go for internal structure. Internal structure, what are the parts are present in that diagram? You can see the internal, take the science notebook, take a notebook for science and do the diagram, that is the diagram of the eye, and label all the parts. So what are the internal structure? Lens. Next to lens, retina. And the third one is optic nerve. Fourth one is aqueous humor. And the fifth one is vitreous humor. So we have seen already external parts, what's the use of that. Now we have to see internal parts. That is lens. It's very important. Through that only light enters through the pupil. It enters through the lens. It is a transparent, biconvex and adjustable. Why it is adjustable? We have to see longer object as well as nearby object. According to that, the lens adjusted is focal length. So that's why it has the adjustive. And it is made up of biconvex. There are two kinds of lens, convex and concave. But our eye lens is made up of biconvex. It is made up of protein. With the help of the cornea, it refracts light which converges on the retina. That light reflects and converges on the retina. Retina is the external most part of the thing where we can get the images. Images are fall on the retina only. Retina, it is the layer transparent at the back of the eye. It is at the last part. The retina function and converting the light rays into impulses and sending the signals to the brain. Retina, images are formed here. As soon as the images are formed, the retina sends the message to the optic nerve. Optic nerve, its messages are carried over. Optic nerve. Then the optic nerve guides what kind of, the optic nerve connected to the brain, it goes to the brain and brain gives the order what kind of object you have seen, what's the position of it, that is whether it is inverted or erected, whatever it may be, everything is located by optic nerve. And aqueous humor and vitreous humor, the two liquids are present in our eyes. Aqueous humor, it is a watery fluid. It is watery fluid, only liquid. It makes our eye always moisture. Present between the lens and cornea, it is responsible for the nourishment of both the lens and cornea. Nourishment means what? To supporting, to make it free. So nourishment to give strength. And vitreous humor, this is nourishment of watery as well as nourishment. And vitreous humor, this is semi-solid, transparent, jelly-like substance, covers the inner portion of the thing. It plays an important role in maintaining the shape of the eye. Vitreous humor, mainly for the shape of the eye. So, important sense organ, only one organ we have seen, that is eye. Eye is known as photoreceptor. We have seen what are the parts, external parts as well as internal parts. The eye and camera both are compared together because of what I said, gathering. I said already gathering, focusing and transmitting the image. There also lens, in eye also lens. The light entered through the lens only and optic nerve present the picture. Clear? What are the external structures? Sclera, conjunctiva, cornea, iris and pupil. And the internal lens, retina, optic nerve, aqueous humor and vitreous humor. Clear? Now we have to go for organ system. Organ systems, I said there are many organ systems present in our body. Nearly 10 organ systems. And we have to see only one respiratory system and only respiratory system. Okay. So, what are the systems we'll see now? Organ system. A group of organs form the organ system. The heart and the blood vessels together make cardiovascular system. Cardiovascular system, that is the blood system. Now, we have to see organ system. Organ we have seen. One of the organs I said, eye. Now, we have to see organ system. Important points. While taking lesson, you should have the book in your hand and go through the lesson along with me and write down the important points and underline the important points. Clear? Organ system. What are the organ system? Heart and blood vessels. That is arteries, veins, capillaries. This is the first system we have seen, cardiovascular system. Because heart is connected. And next one is nose, pharynx, trachea, lungs and diaphragm, that is respiratory system. Nose. This is respiratory system. Respiration, inhaling oxygen and exhaling carbon dioxide. Respiratory system, TORY. And mouth, esophagus, it starts from mouth. Mouth, esophagus, food pipe, stomach, intestines, this and all together, this is known as what? Digestive system. Digestive system. Then other example, endocrine system, you would have studied in 10th standard, endocrine. Then integumentary system. Integumentary system, skin and other things are together known as what? Integumentary. And the sixth one is reproductive system. And skeletal system. Muscular system. Excretory system. And reproductive system. Reproductive written integumentary, reproductive, skeletal, excretory, and then nervous system. These are the systems present in our body. Respiratory system, we have to see the respiratory system in detail. What are the parts present in the respiratory system? Though there are many systems, we have seen only respiratory system. Clear, children? What is organ system, I said? That is many systems are there. What are the things present? Heart, blood vessels, together known as what? Cardiovascular system. Blood vessels means, what are the blood vessels? Arteries, veins, capillaries. They are carrying over the blood. Blood vessels, this is blood vessels. Vessels, what's the meaning of vessels? நம்ம வீட்டில் சொல்லுவோம் vessels. We are using vessels for the utensils. Here, arteries, they carry the pure blood, that is oxygenated blood. Veins, impure blood. And capillaries, they are air-like structure. Wherever it is present, it moves according to that. Suppose if it is near the arteries, the capillaries are converted to arteries. If it is near veins, it becomes vein and do the function of vein. All the arteries are taking pure blood only, except the pulmonary artery. The same like all the veins are carrying over impure blood to the heart to make it purified, except pulmonary vein. Only one exception, except that. Except means what? Adha thavara, capillaries, air-like structures, I said. This is the vascular system. And then we have to go for digestive system, respiratory system. Nose. Nose enters into pharynx. From the pharynx, trachea, the lungs, both the sides, and in between lungs and the abdomen, both are separated by a layer of muscles, that is known as diaphragm. These are the parts present in respiratory system. And digestive system, mouth, esophagus, stomach, duodenum, and the intestine, that is larger intestine and smaller intestines. Other systems are what I said, endocrine system, that is thyroid, pituitary, adrenal, this and that. And integumentary system, that is skin, our skin, outer skin, and the skin vessels are the skin glands, skin hormones, this and all together, integumentary system. Muscular system, our muscles. And skeletal system, that is our bones. Only bones means we do not seem to be somewhat better. Because the bones are covered with the muscles, we are able to see, and we can see somewhat different structure. And urinary system, that is kidneys, ureter, urinary tube, everything. Immune system, that gives us strength.